In recent years, China's official media has touted high-speed rail, mobile payments, bike sharing, and online shopping as the new Four Great Inventions, a reference to China's historical contributions. However, a closer examination reveals that none of these so-called new inventions originated in China. They are, in fact, technologies borrowed from abroad and have merely thrived unchecked within China. The term China's new Four Great Inventions originated from a survey conducted in May 2017 by Beijing Foreign Studies University. The survey asked young people from 20 countries to list the technologies they most wished to take back to their countries from China. The top 4 answers were high-speed rail, mobile payments, bike sharing, and online shopping. This led media and officials to gradually propagate these as contemporary Chinese innovations. Take high-speed rail, for instance. The first country to commercialize it was Japan, which launched the Shinkansen line between Tokyo and Osaka in 1964. China's first high-speed rail line came much later, in 2008, just before the Beijing Olympics. The Beijing-Tianjin Intercity Railway, also known as the Jingjin High-Speed Rail, reached a top speed of 330 kilometers per hour. Yet even so, this invention can't be claimed as a uniquely Chinese achievement. Lagging 44 years behind Japan, how can China's high-speed rail be considered one of the new Four Great Inventions? Moreover, Japanese high-speed rail experts have long believed that the Chinese Ministry of Railways copied Japan's Shinkansen technology. Touted as an accelerator for Xi Jinping's Chinese dream of national rejuvenation, the rapid development of China's high-speed rail has come at a great cost, saddling the government with a significant debt burden. As of August 21st this year, the China State Railway Group Company Limited reported a loss of over 180 billion yuan since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, with high-speed rail debt accumulating to 6.1 trillion yuan. Behind these costly and time-consuming projects lie numerous examples of failure. Recently, the Haito high-speed rail station in Hainan's Danzhou, which cost over 40 million yuan, was exposed as being unused for years and nearly abandoned. In fact, Danzhou, a city with a population of just a few 100,000 and a 2022 GDP of only 879 billion yuan, has built 3 high-speed rail stations, Yintan, Baimajing, and Haito, all located far from the city center. Yintan and Baimajing, already operational, suffer from low passenger volumes, essentially losing money daily. In cases like the Haito station in Danzhou, massive funds have been invested in grand infrastructure plans that have now been left idle in the annals of history. According to Sohu website, there are at least 21 high-speed rail stations that remain unused post-construction, leading to significant financial losses. These include stations in central cities. For instance, the Jiangpu and Zijingshan East stations in Nanjing, the Jining East and Yangzhong stations in Kunming, the Yizhuang station in Beijing, and the Jialuhe, Nancao, and Mengzhuang stations in Zhengzhou are among those affected. On Hainan's East Ring High-Speed Railway, the Wanning and Le stations, completed in 2012, remain dormant due to low surrounding passenger flow. Shenyang West Station, a second-class station on the Jingha High-Speed Railway, located on the outskirts of Shenyang city area, was briefly operational in December 2018, but was closed by July 2019. The main issue was its location, 26 kilometers from the city center at Shifu Square, making it inconvenient for the public to access. Additionally, the Dandong West and Guangningsi stations on the Dan-Dalian Intercity Railway were suspended in 2018 and 2019, respectively, due to insufficient passenger flow. The Wulamuhu station on the Jingshan Railway, the Yangzhong station on the Nankun Railway, which has been unused since its completion in 2016, the Zhouchun East station on the Jiaozhou-Jinan Railway, and the Zhifu station on the Qingdao-Rongcheng Intercity Railway are currently not operational. The Wutong station in Guilin, Guangxi on the Guiyang-Guangzhou High-Speed Railway started operations in 2014, was closed in 2018, and remains non-operational. Now, more and more local governments are paying for their impractical and excessive infrastructure investments. The era of China's infrastructure boom seems to be over as the adverse effects of overinvestment become increasingly apparent. Mobile payments. As for mobile payments, the concept originated in Finland in 1997. Finnish Telecom introduced a service for operating jukeboxes and vending machines by dialing a premium rate phone number first available for purchasing Coca-Cola at Helsinki Airport. This innovation is regarded as the advent of mobile payment via devices. However, some believe the real start of mobile payments technology was with the launch of Apple Pay in 2014. The core technologies behind mobile payments are QR code scanners and QR codes. The inventor of the QR code technology is Masahiro Hara from Japan. Japan, since inventing the QR code in 1994 and applying for the scan and pay patent in 2011, has been at the forefront of this technology for 18 years. Mobile payments in mainland China, prominently represented by Alipay and WeChat Pay, began in the early 21st century. Alipay, in particular, has been considered a model fashioned after PayPal. In many countries, mobile payments are a routine practice, not seen as a bragging point, nor is there much concern about which country invented it. Online shopping. When it comes to online shopping, the concept dates back even further. In 1979, a British man named Michael Aldrich first introduced the idea of shopping online. However, it wasn't until the 1990s, with the launch of dedicated shopping websites by Amazon and eBay, that online shopping gained widespread popularity. Today, pioneers like Amazon and eBay are major players in the e-commerce industry. In China, e-commerce started with Taobao, founded by Jack Ma in 2003, following the eBay model. This was followed by the emergence of platforms like Tmall, JD.com, Pinduoduo, Douyin, Kuaishou, and Xiaohongshu. While China leads in e-commerce adoption and market size, the fierce competition amongst these platforms is notable. Since Taobao initiated the Singles' Day Shopping Festival in 2009, the event has become an annual phenomenon in China's e-commerce industry, even influencing international e-commerce. However, in recent years, the Chinese e-commerce retail platform has been on the decline. This year's Singles' Day was notably lackluster, dubbed the worst in history. Despite various promotions by e-commerce platforms, including discounts, cashbacks, direct price reductions, cross-store reductions, and coupons, consumer enthusiasm was muted. According to mainland media statistics, the total transaction volume for this year's Singles' Day was 243.4 billion yuan, with Tmall and Taobao accounting for 60.7%, 147.6 billion yuan, JD.com 27.43%, 59.2 billion yuan, and Pinduoduo 7.5%, 18.2 billion yuan. The total was less than half of 2022's 506 billion yuan. Following the first wave of Taobao Singles' Day event, the China Consumer Association criticized the chaos of the event, including complex promotional activities and a surge in spam messages. The Economic Daily reported that, based on years of price monitoring and consumer complaints, some merchant Singles' Day prices were no different from regular days and might even be the highest of the year. Online in China, the topic, "Is Singles' Day not selling well this year?" became one of the hottest topics, with 63% of netizens believing that Singles' Day is no longer necessary and has lost its original meaning. The Chinese online shopping platforms, inundated with counterfeit goods and a short-term profit-driven model, have left consumers disappointed. An increasing number of these platforms are slowly dying amidst widespread criticism, signaling the waning era of e-commerce platforms' glory. The remaining niche e-commerce platforms are merely struggling to survive. Bicycle sharing. The last of the new Four Great Inventions is the concept of shared bicycles, which first appeared in Amsterdam, Netherlands. In the 1960s, Amsterdam's neo-anarchists launched an initiative known as the White Bicycle Plan. However, to prevent the encouragement of theft, the police confiscated these bicycles. Shared bicycles have revolutionized traditional modes of transport, offering new options for travel. The first large-scale bicycle sharing program started in Copenhagen in the 1990s. China's shared bicycle projects began emerging in 2008. The Chinese government introduced various incentive schemes, but many companies entering the bike-sharing sector soon realized the impracticality of commercial operation. Within a few years, small companies went bankrupt en masse, and many cities' public bicycle projects became incomplete and abandoned. Discarded shared bicycles have been left in vast numbers in parks, riverbanks, and rural areas, forming numerous bicycle graveyards. a local blogger in Shijiazhuang reported another massive bicycle graveyard in the suburbs. Tens of thousands of bicycles and electric bikes, many in relatively new condition and estimated to be around 100,000 in number, are lined up, unused and wasted, presenting a spectacular yet regrettable scene. According to the video blogger, the bikes operated by companies that lost out in high-priced auctions end up in these collection yards, leading to a significant waste of resources. Netizens who viewed the photos expressed dismay at the waste, can only feel the intense waste. All discarded, such a shame. The images are shocking, deeply distressing. Those in need don't have enough, while the unused pile up. In September 2020, Zhao Lijian, a former spokesperson for China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, claimed on Twitter that shared bicycles, HighSpeed Rail, mobile payments, and online shopping were China's new Four Great Inventions, drawing ridicule from netizens who mocked the intelligence level of the statement. In March 2018, coinciding with Xi Jinping's constitutional amendments for indefinite tenure and lifelong rule, CCTV released a documentary titled Amazing China. The film heavily promoted the so-called achievements of China under the Communist Party's leadership, especially boasting of China's leading position in many scientific and technological fields, portraying China's strength and splendor. The documentary asserted that the world could not function without China, now the world's second-largest economy. In June 2018, at a forum, Liu Yadong, the editor-in-chief of China's Science and Technology Daily, openly criticized official media and think tanks for their exaggerated claims about China's technological prowess and the so-called new Four Great Inventions. Liu remarked, "It's common knowledge that China's technology lags significantly behind the US and the West. Yet domestically, some are touting the new Four Great Inventions and claiming that China has completely overtaken or even surpassed the US in economic, technological, and overall national strength, ranking first in the world. This type of overblown rhetoric, regardless of its motivation, is utterly harmful and not beneficial, misleading the country and harming its people." He pointed out the need to acknowledge China's technological gap. He said, "Some of our celebrated technological achievements, like large aircraft, were already developed by others over half a century ago. Major projects that we are currently tackling, such as manned lunar missions, were accomplished by the US in 1969. We're essentially building on others' foundations, yet claiming full and permanent ownership." Ma Huateng, China's wealthiest individual and chairman of internet giant Tencent, candidly addressed the emptiness of such claims. At a technology forum in Shenzhen, he stated, "Indeed, companies like Tencent are involved in technology application. If we return to basic sciences, China is significantly weak." He suggested that China's current success and prosperity are largely based on applying research achievement of others, standing on the shoulders of giants. Yet if China were to start from the foundational scientific theories and progressively develop its own research to develop downstream technological applications, it seems we are not there yet. The most evident case, the semiconductor technology fabrication, has already shown that China's research foundation is not as solid as presumed, and there's still a considerable distance to catch up with the US. It's well known that China's current development model comes at the expense of future generations' interests. Now, the Chinese people are enduring the severe consequences of this development model: air pollution, dwindling clean water sources, widespread toxic food, and an increasing number of people suffering from cancer and various diseases. Can a country boiling with public discontent, with vast wealth gaps and severe pollution, and claiming to have the second largest GDP, truly be considered an economic powerhouse? The so-called economic strength seems more like a bubble.